Other people's perceptions have controlled a lot of my life. When I was a teenager, it led me to throw up and starve myself and be with anyone who would have me. When I left my teens, it led me to pretending to be straight and being with a guy for 5 years. Now, it leads me to feeling like I don't matter if I'm not relevant. It feels impossible to escape the weight and power of what other people think about you. It seeps in. Recently, I made a video with my ex-boyfriend where I talked to him for the first time in 5 years. And the response was kind. People in my life reached out and told me he was beautiful and that we have chemistry. And it made me nauseous and angry. And I didn't understand why. Then I realized it was because it was partly the idea of those perceptions that made me be with someone that I didn't genuinely love and who I felt didn't genuinely love me. And what makes me nauseous isn't that other people are thinking things about my life. It's that I allow it to affect me. I allow it to inform the way that I live my life and the way that I think about myself. And what really bothers me is I let it allow me to question myself and question what I know is right and true to me. I know exactly how I'm meant to live my own life. But I cloud my own mind and my actions because of the fear of what might be in other people's minds. 2 days ago, my sister sent me an email. She'd found an essay that she wrote when she was in high school. That was a profile on me when I was 7 years old. It made me sob harder than anything has in a really long time. Here's a piece. One of Emilia's favorite things to do is to go inside her closet and try out interesting and unusual outfits, her own little creations. In the middle of December, she'd throw on a bathing suit and cowboy boots. Then she'd stick a tutu on her head with various other creative splashes. She was always one for old Halloween costumes. She'd parade around in this stuff all day, even when we went out somewhere. Yet Emmy never saw this for its shock value. She genuinely believed that she looked beautiful. It was like dressing up to go to a ball or something. The rest of the family would treat it the same way. We'd be on our way out the door, and Emmy would have a Kermit the Frog mask on her head and a princess dress, and most likely those god-awful snakeskin cowboy boots. Then we would say, "Oh wow, look at that fancy girl. That's a very nice outfit, Em." And that's why I dress like this now. Because I was lucky enough to have people treat my instincts and imagination like they were right. And it stuck with me. There are many aspects about myself that I fight being free with. I have never let myself be completely free and genuine with my sexuality. Well, when it comes to allowing myself to wear whatever I can dream up, I am free. The ways that I trap myself are no one's fault but my own. Other people's perceptions can never trap you unless you put weight on them. If I'm able to take this grain of freedom that I feel with my clothes and apply it to everything, my sexuality, showing my double chin, my videos, my relationships, and stop being terrified by the possibility of what other people might think, and know that my instincts and imagination and soul and body are right, no matter how other people might see them. That feeling of freedom will be infinite. The way my family looked at me when I was 7 years old is the way I want to look at other people. And the way I want to look at every piece of myself. Without judgment. And without fear. My clothes are not meaningless and empty to me. They are my form of freedom. That may be vapid and dumb to some, but it's not to me. And maybe my perception of myself is the only one that matters.